Russell, I've seen quite a
Yes.
lot of you lately,
You have, yeah.
which is, it's a good job. I love your painting, actually.
Thank you.
But it's a really special project that you have on at the moment. So
Yeah.
tell me about the paintings that you're doing to take to the Ukraine.
So, since the beginning of the war, I've been going backwards and forwards, following a lot of what Gloucester has been doing. At the beginning of the war, there was a huge effort amongst the Ukrainian community, the Polish community, and Gloucester community at large to send aid and whatever they could over there. And I sort of followed the convoy, the lorries over there, and then ended up in Ukraine, seeing where it all went and meeting different people. And I wasn't quite sure at the time what I was going to do. Obviously, I was going to paint something or draw something, but I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. And then, I mean, it's been 4 or 5 years now. Over the time, I thought, well, actually, telling the story of the Ukraine war is not my job. It's not, plenty of people do that. What I should do is tell the story of Gloucester's involvement in the Ukraine war and the positive side that maybe can come out of terrible, terrible events. And I think what happened was lots of communities got together, lots of people did some really good things, and still are, and supported communities here when they needed to. So that's what I've done. I'm painting essentially the story of what happened and the people I met along the way. It will be about 60 meters long by the time I've finished, I think. Not sure I can do any more than that. So whoever's in it at that time will be it. And then the idea is to take it to Ukraine. You've seen my paintings before. They're very big. They're very messy. They're full of information, really, full of words. And the idea is to cover it with people's words from Gloucester, messages to take to Ukraine, and then while I'm in Ukraine, get Ukrainians to write all over the painting and send their own messages back to Gloucester. So I don't quite know what it'll look like at the end, but hopefully it will be a document to this situation.
At the moment, we're sat in the shirt factory
Yeah.
in Gloucester, which has been renovated.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. And we are opposite the Ukrainian church in
Yes.
Gloucester, which
Yeah.
is a beautiful church.
Yes.
And how much contact have you had? Because the people that go to the church there, they have been living in Gloucester for years and years and
Yeah,
years,
many
way
of them.
before
Yeah.
the war 4 years ago. So how much contact have you had with the families there?
Yeah, lots. At the church and at the Ukrainian club. I've got to know a lot of the people very well. Been very, they've all been lovely to me and in what I'm trying to do, and very helpful. Especially there's a group of ladies at the Ukrainian club. They go to the church as well, but they meet at the club, and they have done ever since the war began. And they make camouflage nets.
Yes,
To
I've seen
send.
them.
Yeah, I mean they're amazing. So part of the painting is I've painted all of them who take part in that every week. I mean, it's like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Every week since it started. And Irina, who sort of heads it up, amazing woman from Odessa. But I've also met people from the church who, still collect aid every Friday, along with people like Laura from, Laura very well, who's, who, again, I think she's been adopted by the Ukrainians, essentially, and who does huge amounts with sending aid to orphanages, and which is something dear to her heart. I think being brought up in a children's home herself. So yes, it's very much been driven by the community here. A lot of the Polish community as well, because obviously the Polish community is huge in Gloucester. That was one of the reasons why I went in the first place, because my friend Lucas, his family live right on the border. And he went over several times, and actually it was his brother who was coordinating a lot of the aid that went into Ukraine from Poland.
So there'll be a big opportunity for everyone to see the paintings before you take them to the Ukraine, because here at the Shirt Factory, it's going to all be on display. You're going to finish it off here, and it will all be on display for 2 or 3 weeks. And a Thursday evening is going to be a special night every week.
The idea is that the whole of August I will be here chained to the easel. It won't be an easel.
You like that?
There will be.
You like
I do
anyway.
I do anyway. So no, the guys here have been absolutely amazing, and they've let me use a space here because, again, I at my studio, my studio, it's pretty big, but it's not big enough to put the whole house the whole exhibition and in one, so I can see it, because again, I work across numerous paintings at the same time.
You do.
So the idea is to put them all up, to finish them, and encourage. So I'll be doing that from sort of 6 days a week, but encouraging everybody to come along, everybody who's in it, who I've painted, but also anybody else who's interested. I want them to write over the painting. I want them to send the messages back to Ukraine. And so it's a big sort of communal participatory project, yeah. So that's the idea. And then every Thursday night, we're going to have a bit of an event, maybe some music and all sorts of things. I'm really looking forward to it. Really,
and hopefully some funds will be raised, which will go towards the van, the petrol.
Yeah, I mean everything. I've not had any money from anybody to do this. It does cost a huge amount of money to paint the canvases and the paint and everything else. I'm trying to raise the money to take it over there and tour it around Kyiv, Kharkiv and Odessa. So I've got very friendly with a bunch of artists in Kharkiv who have a very similar building to this. Actually, it's an old print factory that they're very slowly doing into an art centre, and hopefully that's one of the places that it's going.
And then it will come back.
And then it will come back and be displayed somewhere here. I mean, I'd like to think it would go in the cathedral, but we'll have to wait and see if somebody says yes.
We'll try and talk to the right people.
I'm sure if you asked, they'd let me, Julie.
We'll do our best. But yeah, very excited to see it. So you'll work on it here at the Shirt Factory. Yes. It will be displayed here for everyone to come and see, and then you'll take it to the Ukraine and you'll bring it back. Are you not worried at all about being bombed?
No, I've been there several times before, and I've been very close to the. I mean, Kharkiv's only sort of 18 miles away from the Russian border, I think, and I've been in aid trucks and things that have gone to areas that are pretty dodgy.
Well, I know your partner said she's not going to come with you.
She's not, no, and I don't tell her half the things I do, so that's probably the best way. But no, I'm not. I'm one of those people that think if your time's up, your time's up. So
let's hope it isn't in the next couple of months, and we look forward to seeing it when it all comes back.
Thank you, Julie. Sorry, I waffle a lot.
Shouldn't I have said bombed? Your face was like... That's what people want to know. They're like, isn't he worried about people?
Yes.